Good day, everyone. Today we are going to dive a story of a man called Osama bin Laden. I'm sure most of you have heard about him, but let me use the moment and talks about him for those that didn't know about him. This is how historians usually explain his story. Osama bin Laden, the full story, historical overview. 1. Early life and family background. 19,570,1979. Osama bin Laden was born in 1957 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. His father, Mohammed bin Laden, was a billionaire construction magnate who built major projects across Saudi Arabia, including work on holy sites. Osama grew up extremely wealthy, but his father died in a plane crash when Osama was young. Despite his wealth, Osama was known as a quiet and serious child. He was raised in a conservative religious environment and became deeply interested in religious studies during his teenage years. He later attended university, where he studied subjects related to religion and engineering, though records differ on whether he completed a degree. A major turning point came in 1979, when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. Many Muslims across the world saw this as an attack on a Muslim country. Osama traveled to the region and used his family wealth to support fighters opposing the Soviet forces. At first, he was not a battlefield commander. Instead, he funded supply routes. He built training camps, supported logistics and recruitment. During this time, he met radical thinkers who promoted violent extremism and the idea that armed struggle was a religious duty. These influences gradually hardened his views and shaped his future actions. The Soviet Union withdrew from Afghanistan in 1989. Many fighters believed they had achieved a major victory, which gave them confidence and a sense of purpose, but also left them without a clear direction. After the war, bin Laden helped form Al-Qaeda, which means the base. Originally, it was meant to organize and support fighters across countries, but it evolved into an extremist organization focused on global attacks. Bin Laden believed that Western influence, especially from the United States, was corrupting Muslim countries. A key moment was when U.S. troops were stationed in Saudi Arabia during the Gulf War in the early 1990s. He saw this as unacceptable and began openly opposing the Saudi government. Because of this, he lost his Saudi citizenship. His family publicly disowned him. He was forced into exile. Bin Laden moved between Sudan and later Afghanistan, where the Taliban allowed him to stay. During this period, Al-Qaeda became more violent and organized. The group carried out attacks on U.S. embassies in East Africa, 1998. A U.S. Navy ship, 2000. These attacks killed many innocent civilians and drew global attention. The United States officially charged bin Laden with terrorism and began an international effort to capture him. The most infamous event linked to bin Laden was the September 11 attacks in the United States. Al-Qaeda planned and carried out coordinated attacks that killed thousands of civilians. These attacks shocked the world, led to the US-led invasion of Afghanistan, started the long-running war on terror. Bin Laden publicly claimed responsibility afterward, framing the violence as justified, though the vast majority of Muslims worldwide strongly condemned the attacks. After the invasion of Afghanistan, bin Laden disappeared. For nearly 10 years, he lived in hiding, moving rarely, and avoiding technology. Eventually, he settled in a compound in Pakistan, where he lived quietly with family members. He avoided phone calls and the internet to prevent being tracked. During this time, Al-Qaeda weakened. Many leaders were captured or killed. Other extremist groups broke away. Bin Laden's direct influence declined in 2011. U.S. Special Forces located bin Laden and killed him during a Bin Laden's direct influence declined in 2011. U.S. Special Forces located bin Laden and killed him during a military operation. His death was confirmed through multiple sources and marked the end of his leadership. While some people celebrated his death, many leaders emphasized that it did not end terrorism, and that the deeper causes of extremism still needed to be addressed. Osama bin Laden is remembered as one of the most influential terrorist leaders in modern history. A figure whose actions caused massive civilian suffering. A case study in how radicalization can develop over time, his legacy includes global changes in security and surveillance, wars that affected millions of people, ongoing discussions about extremism, ideology, and prevention. Importantly, his views do not represent Islam, and they are rejected by the overwhelming majority of Muslims worldwide. If you love the way I tell my stories. Don't forget to subscribe and drop a like and comment. It will encourage me to post more story you haven't heard about.